What don't I have? I forgot my embellishment kit at the store. But I'm going to make it work anyways. The only thing I really needed from that is my vinyl. And I've got vinyl. Let me get everything turned on over here. What happened? Good morning. Let me take this over. I'm going to just leave this. I was just, can you guys hear me okay? Just give me a shout out if you can hear everything okay. I was like getting ready this morning and then I thought to myself, oh, I never did scan and cut. I'm apologize, guys. Patrick and I have been at the store night and day or night all weekend. Poor Miss Lori broke her wrist, so she's our main cut girl. So on top of everything else, I'm now trying to cut stuff for you guys too. So it's been crazy, and so scan and cut for this project fell by the wayside. I was like, oh, maybe I could do it right now, but guess what? We're gonna do this one the old-fashioned way, which is fine too. And because I do get people who go, do I have to have a scan and cut to do this? No, you do not have to have a scan and cut. You can absolutely do this without the scan and cut. And I did all my Kimberbell projects without the scan and cut for whatever, the first 10 years. And I just started using my scan and cut. I love it. And but maybe next week, maybe what I'll do is maybe we'll do half of it with scan and cut. Um, Today's without scan and cut, and maybe next week I'll get on maybe an hour early and we'll scan and cut our pieces together in the morning before. So if that works for you guys. So let's go ahead and let's get started. This morning I ripped my sewing room apart looking for this book and I couldn't find it, so then I reprinted half of it. And then next thing you know, there it was, just sitting there. Like, haha, just kidding. You know when you panic and you can't see straight? That's what I was doing. I was doing that. So we're going to start with, I thought what we would actually do, because last week I said we were just going to go in order. I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to do the last one. So I'm going to do 1 and 7. So the 2 on the ends, if you look at this, the ones in the middle, the 5 in the middle, are 6 inches by 8 inches. And then the ones on the 2 ends are 4 inches by 8 inches. So those 2 will fit together in my 9.5 by 9.5. So what if you don't have this hoop? Maybe you have the 9.5 by 14. Just go ahead and do it in your 9.5 by 14. We're going to be able to fit 2 of them next to each other. What if you don't have the 9.5 by 9.5? What if your biggest hoop is a 6 by 10? You're just going to do 1 at a time. So not a big deal. Remember, it's like moving. You can move in smaller batches, or you can move in your smaller car, or you can move in your big truck. I have a big truck, so I'm going to be using my big truck. All right, let's hoop up. Let me look at your messages first. Yes, please, on the scan and cut. Oh yeah. So, yeah, let's do that. I'm so sorry. I really was planning on doing the scan and cut. And like this morning, this is the first time I haven't even stitched this week. I've been at the store late every single night. And so I'm going to, because my stabilizer, or not my stabilizer, my muslin is bigger, so I'm going to hoop this way. I was going to do one at a time and go that way. If you're running your muslin up, and if you're moving your blocks up and down, run your muslin vertically, or your stabilizer. If you're like snugging your designs left and right, then run it horizontally. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to go ahead and hoop up. And then I'm going to pull up my wrinkles, my rinky dinkities. And then I'm going to clip the muslin on the side. We're having the saddest snow year ever here, which I know some people love, but if you live with a family of skiers, yeah. But Patrick, thank goodness, mountain bikes too, so he's not going crazy. Otherwise, he'd probably be freaking out. All right, I'm going to go ahead and slide this onto my machine, and then we'll get going. There's my high-tech camera situation. Yes, I'm carrying it. There we go. What do I have in there? White. This morning, I still haven't finished my binding. I haven't finished it for wallflower. So I did one more of those. I think it's 7 hoopings is enough. I did the math again, and I was like, okay. This is a Baby Lock or Brother hoop. It's OEM. It is, bought from them, comes in the packaging. It is really hard to get on here. And I don't want you to think there's something wrong with the hoop, although I think it is. That's just how they make them. So some of the hoops are really, really hard to slide on. If you have a hoop that's hard to slide on, I want you to hold this on the side so it doesn't move. If you move this when the machine's on, you have knocked your machine out of calibration. You know all that movement it does to calibrate when you first get started? Don't worry about it. Just turn your machine off and back on again, but hold this. Like mine is super hard to get on. I don't think I'm on all the way. There we go. Okay. But secure that. Hold it when you slide it on or off. That's just the way they make them. I know they need a new mold. I don't know why they can't make them easier to slide on. Good morning from Tennessee. Let's go embroidery. Embroidery. I woke up this morning going, oh my God, I need red tiny dot fabric. We ran out, and so I have some kits that are waiting for that. Okay. I loaded all my stuff via design database transfer. Hello, Colorado and Oregon. So all my designs should be here. Here's my handy dandy spreadsheet. This, I think Graydon updated everything, so it should be on the everything should be on the website under sew-alongs. That's where you should be able to find links to videos and spreadsheets and everything. People used to email me, and I used to send them out one by one, and I would get like emails like 20 a day, and it was just taking up the whole day. So we finally got it on the website. So I'm gonna do this one right here, sweet stems, and we're gonna load the 4x8 horizontal. So let's go in here, and I put those in this morning. And you can always check to make sure it looks right. I think this is it because it looks skinny. So there it is, but they show you a picture here too when you go to do it. Sweet stems. Do you see right here? And the design in the background right there, that matches, so that's right. I'm going to go ahead and hit set. Choose your hoop size. If you don't choose your hoop size, you might go outside of the hoop size, and then you get confused. You're like, that should fit. Why is it telling me to go to a bigger hoop? I already chose mine because I practiced this morning just to make sure it was working out well. So go to your settings button, or it might look like a notebook paper. And just keep in mind, my sew-alongs are geared towards the brother and baby lock machines because that's what I sew on. So I already chose 9.5 by 9.5. So choose your hoop, whether you're using a 6 by 10 or you're using the 9.5 by 9.5 or 9.5 by 14. I'm going to go the fastest speed I can. I prefer to have no grids. I don't like it. It's too busy for me. But you can always change the way your background looks. I use these only if I'm really trying to be specific with my placement or if I'm doing lettering. I don't like this one because I do like the center mark that tells me where the center is. And I mean, you could do quadrants if you want. So I'm just going to keep mine there, and everything else looks okay. I'm going to take this and I'm going to add my design to it. So the design we're adding is Sweet Stems 1, which looks like this. Okay, so I'm going to go add. Why am I not moving it and then adding it? Because I want to keep those together and I want everything centered. We're going to have special placement right here. So I'm looking for the one that has, let's see. Okay, see how they have the little peppermint? One's on the left and one's on the right. You want to choose the one that has the peppermint on the left. What if you choose the wrong one? It's okay. Nobody's going to notice if you switch them. Go ahead and set it. And you have special placement. Now your placement here is, it wants you to line it up with the very bottom. So the design gets lined up with the bottom of the quilting design. So let's go ahead. I'm going to zoom in so you can see it better. Let's go to 200%. And I'm not going to use my finger because I don't want to accidentally move the design behind. So I'm just going to go to edit. I'm going to go to my move arrows. Yours might say the word move. And now I'm going to just scoot that design down. And you want the red line to be on the bottom orange line. You go one click above it, one click below it, whatever works. I guess that looks good to me. And I'm going to go ahead and say okay. Okay, let's zoom back out. I'm going to take this, even though I'm going to do 2 at a time, I'm only going to stitch this one first. I want to move these together, so I can only do that. Oh, you know what I should do? What if you don't have a grouping button? I'm going to show you both ways. You can group this. If I try to move it now, these designs are split. So we can do one of two things. I can hit this grouping button right here and scoot it over. The easier thing for me to do is I can just touch embroidery and that'll combine the two designs in my other screen. So let's go ahead and touch embroidery. I'm going to go layout. I'm going to go to my move keys right here. And I'm going to move it all the way left. So now it moves both of them as one design. And I'm going to go right to the edge. If you want to fit 2 in here, you really have to go all the way to the edge. Don't go over the edge. Or actually, my hoop is on. My hoop's on right here. So let me go outside of my embroidery field. Let me see if I get one more click. Nope, that was it. Okay, everyone have those 2 designs up? Now, I'm going to go back to the other screen and I'm going to put the other background design up so that I can just make sure everything fits and looks well. But I'm not going to stitch the other one. I'm going to stitch one at a time. I'm going to say, okay. How do I get to my previous screen? I just hit return. It'll take me to my previous screen. And I am going to go ahead and this is the design that I want to duplicate, just the quilting. So I'm going to just touch it. And instead of having to add, go look for it, I'm just going to go up here to edit, and I'm going to make a copy. Did you see that? Sorry. So this one is make a copy. And it'll always bring it in a little to the right and a little down. So I'm just going to go move, center, and take it all the way to the right. I just want to make sure I have enough room and that I didn't imagine things. So for these, enough room means just around that outside most line. That's what you fussy cut to. Okay. Okay, it fits. Do you see the spacing? I have plenty of room, but I'm not going to stitch that right now, and I'm going to get rid of it because I don't want it to be confusing for you. I'm only going to stitch this one. Why did I slide it all the way over? Because I just don't want to waste. If I slide it all the way over here, if I stitch in the middle, then I'm going to waste everything over here and everything over here. Well, not here because I can rehoop. So I'm just going to scoot it all the way over. Why am I not going to add the other one? I could add it, but then I'm not going to be able to center it over here. I'm going to have to, I could eyeball it and put it in there right now, but I'm just going to do one at a time, okay? So for right now, I just wanted to check to make sure everything would fit and look great. I'm just going to take this and throw it in the trash can for right now. And we're just going to stitch that one. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyone have any questions? Are you okay? You got it? You will always get this replay. The replay will go straight up onto YouTube when I'm done. I have no control over that. I could take it down, but it'll just go up automatically. So let's go embroidery. And first thing it wants to do is your placement line. I have peppermint in here because I was stitching out wallflower. So I'm just going to go ahead. I just want a color I can see. I'm just going to go ahead and let it stitch that. And while it's doing that, let me find my Sweet Stems 1 bag. Sweet Stems 1. Sweet Stems. Got my spray tent. Here's my from where we prepped before. I'm using Gnold KK100. That's the spray I like to use. I am using, the land sharks are trying to get in. That my dime spray tent with a piece of cardboard in it that I can change out. I'm gonna let them in. Oh, come in, baby. Okay, here we go. Watch out, Pops. Here we go. All right, let's get in a roll. I'm getting my Sojo on. I'm opening my bag. Opening my bag. Okay, here we go. I think this is everything we should have. Okay, next week, let's do this. Let's start, well, should I just pre-record it? This is like, I'm always thinking on the fly, so sometimes I change my mind. Okay, I'm going to grab this piece and my background fabric. Is that Miss Kim Fora? Hello, Miss New York. Okay, I'm going to give that a little shot of spray. And my background fabric, make sure you're spraying the right side, which is the SF101 side. And I'll spray those other pieces later. Go ahead and lay down your batting. We cut our batting to size so that we don't have to trim it. And I usually cut it just a little bit bigger. I didn't have SF101 right to the edge, so I'm going to be mindful of that as I lay this down. Make sure there's no dark threads on anything. You don't want that to shadow through because I don't know about you, but for me, my eye goes right to it and it bothers me. I'm like, oh, I'm just not even going to worry about it. And then that's all I can see. Okay, we're going to skip some steps. Because we cut everything to size, it is going to save us time. So the button you want to go to, did I already hit it? Right down here. This is where, touch this, and now you can go forwards and backwards stitches, and we can skip stuff. So I want to skip the tack down for the batting because we cut it to size. I'm skipping the placement stitch for the background because we already laid it down. We want that. That is your tack down for your background stitch. And we're going to do that. Now, I've been thinking I want to get wild and crazy. You know me, I am not wild and crazy. I'm safe and, come on, you can get up here. I play it safe. I'm the person that paints the walls white because I can't make a decision. So for background quilting, it wants you to use B. And I think B is pink rose. Guess what? Whoops. I got this. This is my Ganold. I love it. I'm going with this. I hope it's not going to be too bright. So if you've ordered this, I got a batch and now I'm waiting for some more. I think I'm not going to have it this week. I'll probably have it next week. So what do I love about this? So it's glitter thread and I love metallic thread, but this is almost more shimmery. What do I not like about it? It's a little high maintenance. So, hang on 1 second. So when I use it, so this is, I did order, I think I have one extra large spool that's coming. It should be here tomorrow. I have one for Miss Cindy if you're watching. This is color 6023 or 33. Not sure. I'm going to run it vertical. You should don't run it with the spool net it comes with because that was just awful. When I did that, it was awful. I'm going to slow my speed down. I'm using an 8012 Microtex needle. I'm going to slow my speed down to 600. When I ran it at 700, it was breaking. Am I in? Yes. And I do have a couple of the big spools coming too of the mint green because I'm waiting on that, but they're supposed to have it this week and then they'll ship it to me. All right, here we go. I'm going to slow my speed down. Settings. Oh, and you know what else I did? I did turn my tension down too. So to do that, I never touch my tension. Rarely. Maybe if I'm free motion quilting, but this is the button to adjust your tension. I'm going to put it back up when I'm done. Oh, look it. I forgot. Let me put a sticky on there. I'm already at 3.6. So for my hollow shimmer, what I'm finding is tension of a 3.6. Slow your speed down and let's let it go. And I'm going to baby my thread a little bit and just make sure that nothing's getting caught or that it's not throwing off too much at a time. And it's called light pink, Kim. There's like a hot pink and a light pink. I'd say this is more of a medium, but good morning. What happened? I don't know. Everything looks good. I'm just going to keep going. The only thread I know of that you don't have to baby that's metallic is the Kingstar. Kingstar, I run Kingstar just at like the regular speed, but this was just, I think this is worth the hassle. It's a little bit of a hassle, but I think it's worth it. It's just gorgeous. So the Ganold, this is Ganold glitter thread. I think it was Nadine that figured it out. It's also sold by Selkie and it's hollow shimmer. So if you're looking for it, just know that you might have to wait. Yeah, it's called hollow shimmer. I gotta be honest, I'm not a huge Selkie fan. I had a bad experience with black Selkie embroidery thread and I really don't use much Selkie. But this, again, I feel like this thread is worth it. Whoop, I did get a break. Hang on. Let me go ahead and rethread that. to thread. Okay, I'm a go back 10 kind of girl for most things. So right here, back 10. You know, you have some high maintenance friends, but they're worth it because they're so much fun. So when I went on, because, whoop, hang on. I want to cut that. They had, I'm going to know they had a whole video, and I think they said, oh God, did they say 9014? But then, you know, I did the rest of my enchanted with that other thread, and I just did the regular 80 12, and I had no issues. I'm surprised I'm having any issues, but I had no issues with the mint green when I ran it at 600 stitches per minute with my 80-12 needle at 3.6. I'm going to use this for all my background. But what's recommended is the pink rose, which is a little bit lighter. I did get a metallic needle, and I didn't find that made any difference. Oh, look at that teddy bear. We're about 2/3 of the way through. Tina, I think we got your box done, your hoops in there. The 5x7. I know you've been missing that one. Yeah, I'm not using my magnetic hoop for this because I'm going to do 2 at a time. And they'll fit into my 9.5 by 9.5 hooping. Because this one's narrow. This one's the 4x8. All the rest of them, I'm going to use my 7x12 hoop. And Miss Cindy, I haven't forgotten about you. I checked my tracking, and your big spool of pink is going to be here tomorrow. And then I'll get your package out. Yeah, did you see Kim just said that she used her 7511? What you do, you used your 7511, ran it at 600. What spool stand did you use? And you put it on a separate spool stand and watched it. Tina, you are going to have a fun box of fun. So are a lot of you. Oh my God. Some of you, I gave Patrick the easy ones. Okay, that was one break. That's not bad, but look how fun that is. Can you see that? It's like got a little shimmer glimmer. Just a little more glimmer than just metallic thread. So anyways, I think it's worth it. Before I forget, I'm going to switch back. I'm going to go back to my settings. That's my background quilting. I'm going to go back to 1050. Whoops. And I'm also going to switch my tension back. If you make a change it back to the default. The defaults are going to be in black, and that's where your machine's going to work best for most threads in most situations, okay? And I'll just have to remember to keep changing it back again. Oh, what am I doing? We don't want to do that. I'm just taking out my thread. Sorry, going on autopilot here, which means not thinking. Some stand-alone stand that I had that sat on the table. Okay. Good to know. I mean, isn't that amazing? So it's just fun. And you might want to just try a small spool to start with. I find that I get these faster. And really, we're charging $5 more than what we pay just to cover our credit card fees if you're using credit card fees and shipping. So we're really not making any money on this. If you want to get a big cone, I mean, it's a lot. It's 6,000 meters, and it's $40.99 is what we're charging. Okay, let's get into it. Let me grab my book. I'm going to go ahead and spray my applique pieces right now. Do you have an extra large? I do have an extra large one. Do you have an extra large spool in stock? I think I have one extra pink one. I bought whatever they had. They only had 2 left, and I bought them both. But they might be restocked by now. I don't know. And then I have extras of I think I bought 3 extras of the mint green. So if you ordered the other ones and you've been waiting and you want to swap, let me know. All right, we are going to skip some steps. So if you do this, it says after quilting, go to step 3, because this stuff is all the placement and we already have our fabric down. So let's do that first. I always talk about skipping the steps and then I forget. I got out of that screen to change my tension, so I'm going to go back in here where you go forward and backwards steps. That's a placement stitch. That's a tack down stitch. And is that the stitch we want? I think that's it. Yeah, we're going to do that. Yeah, Kim, if you need it, do I have it? I feel like I just sent something to you. But if I still have it, was it your embellishment kit? I can cancel that label and add it. So let me know. All right. We're not doing any of this. We are on to this step right here. Stitch the lollipop stick fill F. And F is smoke. So get your smoke, which is going to be your light gray. Ooh, I got to make sure it didn't leave. And if it didn't leave, I'm going to grab it. I think Patrick's going to run to the store. Unless we did it on Saturday. We've been trying really hard to get all that stuff out. So let me check. Will you send me an email too, just in case my brain stops working? I've been telling people my cup runneth over. I'm a little overwhelmed right now. But I'm going to try and grab it. Okay, stems. Go ahead and stitch them. I mean, look at the shimmer and glimmer in that. I'm going to send myself a note too. Let me see if I can send myself a note. I'm telling you, when Christmas break comes around, I'm gonna need it. Oh, cute! I hope this doesn't stand out too much, because that's what I don't like, is I don't like stuff to distract. What it's asking you to do your background quilting in is this, which is the pink rose, which would be like a little bit of contrast, but not as bright as this. So hopefully I like it. I usually don't go this bold. So I think it's going to be, hopefully it's okay. You know what, Tina? I definitely don't have one more. I'm pretty, I'm pretty sure it's just 2 of them. But I can see if I can get more. Delta, am I gonna like it? I might go, ooh, it was too much. It's a lot, but hopefully it'll be okay. Okay. All right, Miss Tina, did you hear that? Miss Kim says you can have it. You do need to, they do ask you if you have a wholesale license, that you're a wholesaler before, and I think it's kind of just like the honor system. All right, next step, but I think Miss Kim does. Next step, it wants you to stitch the lollipop 3 fill in color is B, which is pink rose. So go ahead and grab your pink rose, which is this really sweet light pink. Kim's a giver. Kim, did you cut all your skin and cut pieces? I literally sat down and like as I was getting ready this morning, I went, oh, I never did my scan and cut. But then I thought, oh, that's kind of good because there's some people that, I think we that are new, and when we do scan and cut, they get. I'm pretty sure your box is gone, Tina, but I'm gonna check when I get to the store. Maybe, you know what? I just did yours. Tina. See, that means it's not gonna go out till tomorrow. I think it said I was gonna get that thread on the 8th. Oh, today's the 8th. Oh, we're not there. So tomorrow. Scan and cut, I feel like, takes some pre-thought and some more planning. I feel like just doing regular applique on the fly is, I don't want to say easier, but I just love that whole, now that I've been using my scan and cut, I love the whole process. I love the place, I love the way everything's cut and ready to go. Wow, Miss Cindy, good for you. Yeah, I like haven't even had literally I've been at the store from morning until late night, and my poor 10 needle's so neglected right now. And I saw something on OEST that I was like, oh, I gotta get that and start stitching that, but I still haven't finished my bridge. I have everything in a bag. 48 blocks. Way to go, girl. Anytime you have a heavy fill, you can get some puckering. Don't worry about that. As long as you have a wool mat and you've got some moisture and a good iron, we're going to get all of that out. Oh my God, my poor scan and cut is sitting on the floor right now. There's that table at the store that we sold a bunch of them that Unique made. That was it's like a cut table, but people use it for their scan and cut too. And I'm trying to get Patrick to give that to me to let me take that home. Because then I think I could roll it to the side and then roll it over, and then I could have my heat press on it too. Cute. That outline stitch makes it. I was just daydreaming, not paying attention. Okay, next color you want is going to be that darker gray, which is, what is it? Oh, Cool Gray 9. Hang on. Cool Gray 9 is a new color for me. I didn't have it in my stash. So here's Cool Gray 9. We're going to do a placement line. Placement. Oh, yeah, and I'm going to get, today, maybe I'll get 3 blocks done. We'll see what we can get done in the next 3 hours. And then that's it. And then I don't imagine I'm going to be stitching. We're working super hard to get all those orders out. I want to get everything out to you. That's our top priority right now. So I will get together again next Monday. So just take your time with this if you want. I know some of you can't do that. And some of you have more time on your hands. But if you don't have time, oops. You know what? It doesn't work if you don't hit the thread button. I feel like I'm blind. I'm just grabbing empty air. This is a placement line, so I'm not going to go back stitches. This will give me an idea of where I need to put it. And here's my fabric. Already sprayed it. This is for the flower pot. Did you guys like how we did the other, the prep video and I had all those extra pieces? I think I was completely on autopilot, just adding things. And okay, placement line, you're going to put this down. Now we're going to do the tack down. If you did scan and cut, you're going to skip the tack down. You're just going to go ahead and fuse it down. So I didn't get any of the, you guys want a little tour of some of the Hala shimmer colors? I have red too. I don't know where, oh, there it is. All right, go ahead and trim. My favorite snips in the world. I was talking to Patrick about this. Like, I'm always going to show you what I love most, what I think is the best. You'll see me using it. But sometimes I do find things that I like better. So I'm going to see if I can leave that on because it's so tight. I started out with, I mean, seriously, in the beginning, because I had a baby lock. Sophia, that was my first machine, and then I got a baby lock allure, and that little pair of embroidery scissors in there that had like the blue handle, that was like all I had for like the longest time. I didn't even know that there were scissors out there that could make my life easier. And then Sage had a pair of they were these blue snips, and they came on, oh my god, I have them still. I never use them. Maybe they're great. I'm getting them to show you. Oh my god, if you could see the mess I'm making. Some of you probably have them. And I was like, oh, what are those magical scissors? And this came out, and then you had to open it up, and then you could put this up. I'm going to try them. Let me try them today. So, oh, wait, no. Where does it go? Does it go here? I can't even work them. Sorry, just cracking myself up. And she had these, and I was like, oh, what are those magical things? I'd never seen snips before. Oh, these are kind of nice. And you know what's good about these is that they're not connected on the bottom. So you could take this, and we can sharpen anything that you can open more than 60 degrees. So this is like 45 degrees, so like 60 degrees. Ooh, these work well. Well, anyways, and then I got those, the, whatchamacallits, the titanium ones that are made by Fermori. Those were my favorite because I was like, ooh, those are awesome. But these are good too. Then I got the Havels, and I was like, oh, the Havels are the best. They were a little bit longer, and I felt like a little bit stronger. All right, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the satin stitch. Just hit start. And then, and I used those Havels, so there was a couple of years that I used those. And then when the Kimberbell snips came out, I love these the best. The Kimberbell snips, I felt like, are a little bit stronger than the titanium ones and a little bit stronger than the Havels. These are really... Who makes these? These are made by Klein Cutlery. And I like these. Maybe we'll give these a go today. These are really, really long. I honestly have not used these in years. They've just been hanging there on my slat wall. They look even longer. Do you see that? And I feel like, yeah, I'm going to use these today. See how I like them. And now I like to use whatever I can find. That's one of the big things about what I like is what I can find. Oh, I came to show you the colors, and I have my little Ganol. Okay, so this is color 6003. I think this one is light gold. I'm not sure. It's pretty great, isn't it, though? I was like, oh, would this work? But it wasn't the right color. Okay, next, I'll show you the colors that I have. I'm like slowly trying to collect them all. Next step, it wants you to do stitch the lollipop one placement line. It wants color I, which is pink lemonade. So get your pink lemonade. It's going to be a little bit darker than the pink rose. Looks like maybe better for the thicker stuff. Yeah, these look even like a little bit beefier. I always want a beefy snip. Like a beefy snip is just the best. Okay, this is going to do, we're on this step right here. It's doing the placement line. I want you to grab your little pink piece of fabric. We're going to do the tack down, and then we're going to do the trim and then the satin stitch. That's what's coming up right now. That was quick. Which pink are we using? Is it the darker pink or the lighter pink? Hey, wait a minute. Why don't I even have red? Let me look and just make sure I'm putting down the right pink fabric. Where's my book? I have these two. Which one is it? Is it the darker pink? Sorry, I'm looking for my book. There it is. Okay, this is Sweet Stems Pippa. Pippa is going to be the lighter pink. Pippa is pink parasol. And this one is Peepo. And I don't even know if this one goes in it. This looks like I cut the wrong piece. I think I got some of my pieces confused last time. Okay, so we're going to do the tack down. Oh, you need red vinyl. So guess what? I forgot my embellishment kit at the store. So I got to see if I have red vinyl, but I might be putting down red fabric. Okay. Ooh, you know what I don't like about these? They don't pop right open. They kind of stick. And it could be that, you know, I haven't used them in... I probably haven't used these in like, I don't know, 5 years. Longer. Oh my God. My dogs are being a menace right now. I gotta go get them. Okay, I'm using my other ones. Those aren't popping open. Okay, satin stitch. Whoop. Didn't have my lever down. And I've got to find something for that red. Place the lollipop to vinyl, which is red. Guess what? I don't think I have red vinyl. I have red mylar. I have red felt. And red leather. I'm going through my huge scrap bin, my Kimberbell. Love this love. might just do glitter vinyl. And you guys should be getting your red vinyl out, but I have misplaced mine. I mean, I forgot to bring my embellishment kit home. So next step it wants to do is, how are we doing, everyone? What other colors? We just did this. Now it wants to stitch the lollipop line fill. So I'm going to go ahead and just hit start because it still wants I, which is pink lemonade. And then we're going to do the placement line. You're going to need color L, which is cardinal. Cardinal's a new color for me. I didn't have that one. So keep all those pieces because I've got Mylar here. This is left over from other kits. I've got glitter vinyl. I have leather. So I'm going to be using something else because I forgot my, like I said, I forgot my kit at home. I mean at the store. So I don't have it. So, oh my God, that is really cute. All right. It wants you to go ahead and put in your cardinal. Oh, it's raw. Is it raw edge or is it going to have... Yeah, it's going to be raw edge. So keep that in mind. You might want to not do fabric if you're not using the embellishment kit. Just with that in mind, I think I'm going to use glitter vinyl. Okay, placement line. I don't know if the piece I grabbed is big enough. Let's see how big that heart is. Oh, he's kind of big. Let me get a different piece. Ooh, that's really fun. All sorts of fun stuff in here. I don't think we used this. Did we use this on something? This like holographic stuff? Okay, I'm just going to stick with the red. So here's a piece of glitter vinyl if it has the protective coating on it. You're not using this. If you have the embellishment kit, you are using the red vinyl. But if you are like me and forgot your embellishment kit at the store, you got to find something else. I'm going to give it a little shot of spray. I'll lay them down right here. I'm going to put them like this. And I want about 1/8 of an inch around it. Because this is, the instructions on this is to trim as desired. Trim the vinyl as desired. So I like to use about 1/8 of an inch all the way around it. Stitch the lollipop tack down. Mine is sprayed, so I don't really need I don't need to tape. Where's my spatula? Patrick and I were talking about these spatulas because I love them. I bought them originally because I thought we could use them with Scan and Cut, and they're titanium and they're so pretty, but they're not quite thin enough. Like I didn't think they were thin enough, and I prefer the Scan and Cut, the spatula that Scan and Cut makes. Okay, for this trim, I like to use my curved straight scissors because it is trimmed as desired, so I'm going to use these right here. I don't like to use curved because then you get like little smiley cuts, and I don't like that. I want this to be as desired. I'm going to leave it about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. You can trim right to the stitch if you want. I'm not going to press it now. I'll press it later. And I'm not pulling it off because the hoop's so hard to get off, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to trim this without taking it off. Take it off. If you need to take it off, take it off. I only take it off when I have to. Trim as desired. Again, you should be using, you have that red clear vinyl that came in your kit. That's what you should be using. I'm using glitter vinyl because I forgot. I put the kit down right next to my bag. I was like, oh, Jeannie, you can't forget this. You need it for tomorrow. And then I rushed out. Patrick was waiting for me. He was like, I have dinner. Come home now. I was like, I want to keep cutting. And then I said, okay, I'm going to leave a big mess. All right, we're going on to the next step, which means my kit is just sitting there. Trim as desired. See, yours is that like kind of jelly vinyl. You're going to leave the cardinal in. We're going to stitch the lollipop stripe spill. So go ahead and just hit start. All right, what other colors do I have? So I have this one. Let me see if I can find the little color chart. Put it back up there. Like take it to the store. Oh my God, these are cool too. Anyways, I think this one is Arctic Black. And they come with these spool nets on them. So this I think is Arctic Black. This is the mint green. This is the one that I used in Enchanted, and I'm going to use it in Let It Snow. So I think I have 3 of these that'll be at the store tomorrow. So if anyone ordered the other one and they want to get this instead, I can swap you out. You just have to pay the difference, or if you just love it. This is, I thought about using this, but, so this is the, I forget what this one's called, 6049. It's like the multicolor, and I thought about using this, but I don't know. That could have been really cute, huh? Maybe I should have done this one. All right, what else? This is the pink that I'm using today. Kind of bright, but that's their light pink. Here is red. The red is great, isn't it? And then I got these at the store. This is the lighter green and the darker green. So if you just want to try a little itty bit, you could get these. So there's 2 different greens. Oh, maybe this one's the silver. Is this the silver? So, yeah, because this is silver. Ooh. Is this the same? What number is this? 600. Oh, no, these are different. This is 6001, which is the silver. And I can't remember what this one is. But that's 6046. So, get some and try it out. Just know some of the colors I'm waiting on, and it's just taking, they said they do not keep it in stock, so I have to order it. They order it, then I have to wait for them to get it. All right, what's next in our steps? Now we're going to stitch the lollipop 1 detail, which is going to be color B, which is pink rose. So put in your lighter of the pinks. Lighter of the pinks. I did put a cutter here on the side because sometimes it is hard to reach. You just have to keep in mind if you use the cutter on the side, it does not cut the thread. Whoops. It does not cut the thread so that just the little loop hangs out. You're going to have a little bit of a longer loop, so you just have to keep that in mind. But sometimes because of where they put the cutter for the Avenir, it is hard to get to. I'm just going to let that make a big old mess. I'll deal with it later. That's what I say, and then I can't help myself. Let's get rid of it now. Okay, after this stitch, right now it's doing the lollipop detail. We're going to put in our aloe, and we're going to do the sprig fill. And then we'll put H back in, which is pink lemonade. Yes. No. H is just pink. Did I use the wrong pink? No, I think we're good. So we're going to put just the regular pink in. So aloe and then pink is next. Look at that big old mess I made here. You should see it. Oh my goodness, Kimberbell has a lot coming up. I'm excited to have a break from the store because I want to stitch. I always hate it when I can't stitch. Okay, aloe. Aloe. I mean, I really want to do reimagined. I don't know if I'm going to have time for that. But over the break, I'll do we're going to finish this up. This will be in the next thing. And then I'm going to do the Let It Snow pillow. I'll do that sometime during the Christmas break. And then, of course, we've got mistletoe. But mistletoe, we're going to get together. Next time we'll get together is going to be beginning of January. Okay, stitch out your sprigs. Okay, now pink. We're going to do placement line for that flower. I think I cut my fabric wrong. I think I cut my light pink, the color of the darker pink. But hopefully what I cut is big enough. If not, I do have scraps. Okay, placement line. And I'm going to put this piece down right now. I already sprayed it. Tack down. In case it's moving around, I want you to get a set of these spatulas so you're not reaching in there with your finger. It's just going to be your extra. Have you ever seen those videos where they have like they're training the police dogs? Or even like they'll have dogs that are food aggressive and they have like a hand. That's not your hand. It's just a fake hand. They'll reach it in. And then the dog attacks it. So that's what this is. So you don't get the needle to the finger. Yeah, the Delta, the 5x7, if you order the magnetic one, I forget, I think it's the Sam's SAM F180, then it should be the same as your 7x12. It's just going to be smaller size. And I just find that, like, for most of my embroidery, the 7x12 and the 5x7 have been, like, just the best. That's, like, what I use most now. Although these, I mean, I use these hoops forever. I still love these, just the regular ones. This would have been a great, I mean, how nice would it be if this was cut already on my Scan and Cut? Anything that has, like, all of these innies and outies. So should we just get together an hour early, do some real life cutting, or maybe I should do it beforehand? Okay, if I have time, I will pre-record. If I don't have time, then maybe we'll get together an hour before. And if I don't have time for that either, then guess what? I'm just going to do what I'm doing right now. We're just going to do it the old-fashioned way. It really depends on what I can get done this week. Okay, hold that. Make sure you hold it down. Yeah, it is this hard to get some of these on. All right, you want to do the outline stitch? We're going to leave this color in. This is going to do the outline stitch, the Flower 2 decorative outline. Here's our order. This is what we're doing. You know, if you want one of those, we bought a couple extra during the brother sale. So reach out to Patrick. But I think we have a couple extra of the 5x7s and a couple extra of the 7x12s. They're not cheap. They're pretty darn expensive. But during the brother sale, they're definitely more reasonable. And so we did buy a couple extra. We're doing this right now. And then we're going to change to our pink rose. And then we'll do the center fill. And then we're going to change back to the pink and do the little dots. And then we'll get J. I don't even know what J is. What's J? Lagoon. Then Lagoon. Oh, you know why? You have to look up, Miss Kathy, you have to look up Hollow Shimmer. HOLOSHIMMER. So the big spools, I think they think that people are going to be using those more for somebody that's stitching, you know, for their business. And then the smaller spools, that's what we have on the website. But if you do want a bigger spool, then reach out to me. And no, I don't have them in every color, but I can order them for you, and we get them pretty fast. Ganode ships out. I usually get stuff from them in like 3 days. I don't know why I haven't got that. Let's call it a week. Let's call it a week. So Hollow Shimmer is what you're gonna, that's like the consumer, Hollow Shimmer is the consumer name of that thread. The end consumer, you guys. I know what I have in stock right now are the greens, the silver. I saw more silver is being sent too. So I have lots of silver. I have the greens, the reds. I don't have the pink or the mint, but I have all of that on order, and I checked and it looked like they said they were going to have it back in stock on the 11th, which means hopefully I'll have it next week. What do you think? Is it too busy with that pink in the background? I don't know. Okay. Next step, put the regular pink back in. Now it's going to do the little dots in the center. Oh yeah, Tina, those hoops are worth it, right? They're totally worth it. I'm going to be using it for the rest of this. I'm just using, for the first 2 hoopings, I'm going to be using this hoop. And remember, this is the tack down of the background. That's what we're going to be fussy cutting to. So once this is done, I'm going to take this and fold it over and tape it down so it's out of the way, and then I'll do my other one to the right. Coffee! I'm going to have a sip of coffee. Somebody texted me to my email, and when you text me to my email, I can read the text, but I don't know who sends it, so it's not like doesn't translate right. But see these? They were like, those are the same as name tag magnets. So that on Amazon, so I Googled name tag magnets, they look the same. So if you weren't able to get these on our super duper special sale, I'm gonna get some and just check them out. Let's go ahead and we're gonna put in Lagoon. They're so much cheaper. So I'm gonna check them out and see if they're the same thing, and then I'll let you know. But get some of those because I am going to try and do my borders. I haven't practiced yet. It might be over Christmas. I'm going to try to do my borders with the cutaway stabilizer and using those magnets. So if you want to play with me, get some of those. You can always get the sew tights. I ordered some of the sew tights for the store. I did see somebody online that had these, and she had them for $5 too, which is what we sold them for. They retailed for $16, and just Google magnetic fabric grips. And then we can also try the ones from Amazon. Cute. Okay, and then you're gonna put in E. And E is celery, which is that light green. That's going to be the center. So we have lots of different options for you. Okay, celery, we are almost done. This was a 25-minute stitch out. We're 22 minutes in. And then we're going to do the other one. We're going to do the other, this is block, I think this is block 1. We're going to do block 7 next. And we'll have both outside blocks done. And then we're going to do the other, I'm going to do the other ones in my 7x12 magnetic. Now you're going to do the other flower, which is color C, which I think is eggnog, and that's that light yellow. These were all colors I didn't have. You guys know if there's thread kits that you want to order, and then there's a thread or two, like threads in there that you already have, you can send me a note, like put it in your notes and say, I already have those colors, can you remove those? And then I'll just take them out and credit you. I know. I'm like, I don't know how much longer I can do, like, everything so personalized, but sometimes somebody will order all these thread kits and it'll have repeats. And I'm like, do they want those repeats? I could take them out. But you got to send me a note so I know. Okay, then you're going to put in the pink, and that's going to be the center fill. So go ahead and stitch this flower. We are almost done. very good. I stepped away from my machine, and that sounds awful. So let me see what's going on. I would always trust your mama ears, and that just sounded downright bad to me. So let me go ahead and check. Sometimes, I'm going to check my upper first. Upper looks good. I'm going to check my bobbin. I don't know, every once in a while when you get to the bottom of your bobbin, the threads cross over. So let's go ahead and check my bobbin. Oh, he seems okay too. But I'm going to toss him. He's near the end. Something did not sound right. So I'm going to blame it on the bobbin. I'm going to put a new one in. I'm so sad because they're done with Filtech bobbins. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was like the supplier or... But you can't... I got a note because Habendash is the one who supplies the Filtech bobbins, and they sent a note saying that they were discontinued. And anyways, let me go back 10 stitches. Let me go ahead and rethread. The Filtechs were my favorite. I've been using the dime ones too, and those seem to be great. So that's what we'll sell until they have like their replacement for the Filtechs. Okay, let's see. Okay, that sounds way better. So I don't know. I think something was going on with that bobbin for sure. Get your pink ready. That's going to be next. Okay, and I'm gonna grab my, I'm grabbing my pouch that has stems 2 in it. Sweet stems 2, because that's what we're gonna stitch next. Let me go ahead and put in the pink thread, and it's the pink thread that's called pink. That's where they were like, I don't know, I can't come up with anything. We'll just call it pink. That would be me. I'm not very clever like that. The worst is I find that sometimes the glide thread colors, I'm like, what? That is not a good name for that thread color. I have to give you an example, because sometimes I'm like, I would never, like cornflower. Cornflower to me would be, well, maybe that's not a good example. Let me look. Which ones was I like? I don't know about that. Oh, I love that. That one has, okay, let's look at that. Do you see the flower center? I love the way they just changed the direction of the stitching and it gave it dimension. That looks awesome. Okay, We are done with this one. We're going to do the next one. So let me show you how I'm just going to, we're not going to rehoop. I'm just going to take this and I'm going to fold this back and I'm going to tape it down with some of my transport tape because transport is super sticky and I don't want it to get in the way. Hi. Okay, here we go. All right, let's slide this back on. I know it's going to fit. I know there's going to be room. Hang on 1 second. Did you eat that already? I gave Poppy a treat and it's gone. I thought that would last her a little while. Okay, let's go ahead and load our design. So I'm going to go home. That's going to clear my screen. The quilting design is the same as, I think it's the same. Let me look. Let me look on my instructions first. How are we? You guys good? And if you have to rehoop, if you're in your 6x10, go ahead and just rehoop. We're just going to be loading the design. Sweet stems. Oh, look, I did put it in the order that I was going to do these two first. See, I do think sometimes. Same quilting design, okay? So, so I could have just gone back and thrown away the top design and kept it. But anyways, we'll start from the very beginning. Here's my design database transfer. So I transferred it wirelessly this morning. There's my 4x8. I'm going to go ahead and load that and set it. I'm just going to leave it in the center. Let's bring in the next design. So I'm going to go ahead and touch add. So let's touch add. And this is where I go with my design database transfer. And we are going to put in the other design. And I want to make sure I'm putting it in right where the flowers go the other direction. Here's my book. Very good at losing stuff. And I've lost my book. So we just did the flower, we just did the lollipop with this going to the left. We want the one that goes to the right. Okay, so let's go in here. Did I load that wrong? I didn't load that wrong, did I? No, that's right. Okay, so we're going to choose, this is the one that we just did. We're going to do this one now. Whichever one you did, just do the other one, the one that goes the opposite direction. And I'm going to go ahead and set it. And now we have to move that all the way down. Hang on a second. I need to find my book because how could I have lost it? I didn't go anywhere. Amazing. Did I drop it on the floor? Oh. Okay. I'll find it, but I lost it. Lost my book. I need to find it because I didn't print out that last page. All right. Let's go ahead. We're going to go to 200%. And I'm going to take that design, not with my finger. I'm going to go edit, move. I know that we have two designs here, but the red box is around the one that I want to move. And I'm just going to move it down until the bottom red is lined up with the bottom orange. And that looks good. I'm going to say okay. I'm going to go embroidery. And my other embroidery is right here right now. I didn't rehoop. It's right there. So I'm going to scoot this because remember I checked it beforehand. But it's combined in my layout screen or your second embroidery screen. If I move it in the other one, the designs are going to split apart. So here I'm good. I'm going to take this, touch my move arrows and move it all the way to the right. My hoop is on, so it won't go outside of my embroidery field, and we are good to go. And then while it is doing the beginning part, I will bind. I'm going to look for my, this is the placement line. I'm going to look for my, my book. How could I have lost it? It's amazing. I did run upstairs to see if I could find some treats for the dogs. Maybe I brought it up there. Let me grab my pouch. Stems 2. I think this is my stems 2 fabric. Okay, give me 1 second. It's amazing. Okay, if I can't find it, then I'm just going to have to... Oh, there it is, in front of my fireplace. I brought it over there when I was digging through my... I do a lot of that. Retracing my steps, like where was I last? Okay, sorry about that, guys. That's why these sew-alongs are free. Sorry. Okay, let me go to the right page. This one is... Okay, we could look at the spreadsheet too. And... page 15. Oh, it's the next one then, huh? Okay, here we go. So we're going to do this one right here. All right, let me get my spray tent, my spray. I'm going to spray my stabilizer first. And then let's lay it down right inside of that placement line. And cutting it to size is going to save you all that time of having to do the tack down and trim. Now let's go ahead and spray this. Make sure there's no icky things on it, and make sure that you spray the wrong side. And just give this a shot of spray. And I don't have my SF101 all the way to the edge, so I'm going to be mindful of that when I place it. And I like to feel underneath. That looks good. All right. Now let's go ahead and we'll do our tack down line. We're going to have to skip some steps. So from right here, I'm going to go to this button down here where I can go forward and backward steps. That's the tack down for the batting, the placement for the background, the tack down. So that's step 4 of 31. Do a color you can see. Do not do it in white because you're going to have to fussy cut it to this line. So if you do it in white, I don't know about you, but I have trouble seeing white on white. And you need to have like about 1.5 inches all the way around. All right, now I'm going to get my pink thread. I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to go into my settings. I'm going to go to my settings button. There's the quilting stitch. I'm going to slow it down to 600. Embroidery tension. Embroidery tension. Oh, I never go in this way. Embroidery tension. Let's go 2 clicks down. Decrease your embroidery. Honestly, that might be the first time I've ever touched that button. I've always gone in through that other button that I showed you. How long have you been embroidering? Long time, and I've never ever done that. Let's see how that works. Okay, I'm threading up my high maintenance Hollis shimmer, Sulky thread, Ganold. I don't know if Ganold's the same company. I really don't know. Maybe the Ganold is the kind of the, maybe Sulky is the consumer end. And Ganold's the wholesale end. I don't know. Here we go. It's beautiful already. I haven't seen any comments for a while. You guys just quiet. You guys are in the zone. Just enjoying the stitch out. Oh, Miss Angela, I've got a big box of fun for you. You're in the queue. You're on the list. Hopefully I can get you done today. On hand embroidery. Okay, I saw this thing that popped up in my Instagram. I know some people don't like it. They see it like as an invasion of their privacy. But I personally love targeted marketing. Like, I love it when they send me things I'm going to be interested in. I'm small time. Like, what are they going to be following me and looking at my stuff for? So whatever. I like it when I see it. They have this little embroidery book, and it's just learning all the stitches. And I was like, ooh, I should get that for me and Violet. We could do that together because she likes handwork. And I want to learn all of that stuff. Yeah, we got the embellishment kits late on Friday. So we've been working all weekend. Some of you have orders that have a lot of stuff in it, and those take me a long time. So I got together all this small stuff so I could give that to Patrick, and now I'm working on the big chunky ones. Oh, this is cute. That quilt stitch is so cute. Yeah, there are a lot of orders that we did like Sunday, Saturday night, Sunday, that Patrick's going to drop off at the post office. So maybe you got something saying that a shipping label's been created. And we're going to go bring those to UPS and US Postal. Oh my God, Joanne, I was having such a Mac attack. So yesterday, for those of you that don't know this, I love McDonald's, but I'm trying not to eat it because I don't want to get cancer again. But yesterday I was like, well, maybe I went and got a boba, which that's not good for me either because it's so much sugar. And then I was like, well, maybe I'll go and get whoop, I could tell that one was, okay. Hang on, let me just rethread. I almost went. I almost broke down and I almost went and got a Big Mac because I love Big Macs. But I didn't. Instead, we went to Whole Foods and got slices of pizza, but honestly, I don't know if that's any better. Hang on, I'm just redoing my thread. I was like, what if I just got a Big Mac? And then, but I love having a Big Mac and French fries. I like a bite of my Big Mac and then a bite of French fry and a bite of Big Mac. You know how we have quirky eating things that we do. Okay, I'm going to go back 10 stitches. Is 10 enough? I'm going to get back 20. There we go. Okay. See, Betty, you and I'm going to wait, Betty, until you come and we'll have a Mac attack together. But I love Egg McMuffins. When we do the, I have green and silver. Do you want me to add that to your box, Angela? Did you want light green or dark green? There's the light green and there's the dark green. Oh yeah, when we do the quilt show, we go get Egg McMuffins every day. I should make my own. There's all those videos where they make a whole bunch and then they put them in the freezer and they're all individually wrapped. And I'm like, the kind you used. So I have 2 greens. Do you want both of the greens, Angela? And the silver? I'm going to add it to my list. You get a pair of socks? I do sometimes get like a kid's meal. Actually, I'll get the double cheeseburger. Well, no, they have the 2 cheeseburgers. For when we did our road trip. Iris, are you, so I can't remember, but there was an Iris. Then we haven't had a chance to give you a call. But somebody had sent us, have you gotten the ornament block? Did you request that from us? Because if it's you, there was no email address. So I haven't been able to send it to you. Okay, so we're going to skip this step because that's a placement line. I need email address to send it, to give it to Kimberbell. That's the tack down. And now we're going to start out with the stems. Or do I have yours, Iris? Smoke! Get your smoke! Oh, let me make sure it's the same as the one before. I almost went on autopilot. So you got yours already, Iris? Or you didn't get it? If you didn't get it, put your order in again with your email. If you did get it, it's a different Iris. Okay. Oh, you got it. You got it. Okay. So, right here. So it's going to be smoke. So go ahead. Just put your... thread her up. Here we go. Oh, wait. Let me stop because we're going to do 2 other things. I'm going to turn my speed back up. 1,050 per stitches per minute, and I'm going to change my tension back. And like I said, I've never changed it here, but you know you've made a change if it's not in a black box, and then you don't have to look stuff up. You can just change it back, and you'll know it's default because the black box is around it. And for most things, you are going to want to put your machine on the default. You haven't gotten the block? So some people have email me, Betty. Send me an email and I'll do it manually. Some people have been emailing me and I did check the store email today and I'm just forwarding it to you. It's called Cringe. Iris, I don't know if you should have told me that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to resist. You get socks too? Does it have just like a cheeseburger in it and a small fry? Oh, man. Okay. We're going to get your applique fabrics. So right here, I'm going to give those a little shot of spray. Hopefully I grabbed the right ones. Yes, they are. Because then I feel like it's not as bad if I just get something small, right? And those McDonald's French fries, they're just so good. Oh, it comes with a Big Mac? Oh, man. I didn't know they had an adult Happy Meal. Okay, what color's next? Now it's all I can think about. All right, we're going to put in our cool gray 9. I know a lot of you are like, disgusting. My daughter thinks McDonald's is disgusting. She'll eat French fries from there. Kai loves McDonald's too. So when he comes home, sometimes I'll be like, Kai, let's go get a Big Mac meal. And Patrick, he doesn't really like McDonald's that much. He says it makes him feel sick. But that's because Patrick's body's a temple. I always say, Patrick, your body's a temple. And I'm more like Shrek. I feel like I'm more like a swamp creature. And so my body likes it. And whenever I'm feeling really down, Patrick will offer to get me McDonald's. Or if he's in big trouble and he's trying to butter me up, he'll offer me McDonald's. All right, here we go. I'm going to put this down. That was our placement line. This is our tack down. The flower pots are the same on both of these. And I can't wait. I feel like I've eaten so much McDonald's in my car because I cannot wait to get somewhere to eat it. I need to start eating it immediately. It's just like one of those things, right? You got to just like start eating those fries and I like to eat my McDonald's with a Coke. And I really don't drink soda. But I like it when I have fast food. Let me go this way. I mean, if you can learn to cut with both hands, that'll come in handy. Because then you don't have to take your hoop off. You can just like leave it. Oh, God. That thumb is giving me some grief. This doesn't have to be perfect because this has a good beefy satin stitch. And if these aren't, if you're ever using these and you're like, they're not hefty enough, then you've got to switch out to your double curved or a different pair. There we go. Looking good. All right, leaving the same color. You're going to do the satin stitch that goes around it. Is everyone getting hungry? Are we all going to run to McDonald's and go get some French fries? Or we're going to go get socks? I'd like the crunch, please. Yeah, they are only good when they're hot. They're gone before you get them. They're totally gone. That's so funny, Sharon. Okay, when we go to Korea, for those of you that are going, we're gonna go to McDonald's, and their Big Mac has a sweet potato, like it's like a hash brown, but it's got a sweet potato hash brown in it. And like Kai was telling me, we didn't have time, and I mean, I just love traditional Korean food anyways. But Kai was trying to eat all of the fast food because the fast food there is different. But he kept talking about how good the Burger King was. And he was like, they serve you your drink in a glass cup. And he was like, just so impressed with that. Next, aloe. We're going to do the leaves right now. I can't remember. There was something else like fast food that we went to, and their McDonald's is busy there. I mean, not that the ones here aren't busy. They're a little bit different. I think he got like a bulgogi burger. We just got the Big Mac. Cute. Okay, it's gonna do the leaves. Next, we're gonna do the Stitch One placement line. And I want to make sure I grab the right fabric, but I think it's going to be... Is it the darker of the pink? It's going to be the darker of the pinks. I wrote 2x2 on mine. I think I was writing that because I was going to scan and cut it, so I wouldn't be confused. Forget it. I'm going to McDonald's. I used to do it like once a month. I'd go to McDonald's like once a month. I'd say now I'm like once every 2 months. Or it could be even once every 3 months. Oh, so when we went to Salt Lake, there's like not a lot in eastern Nevada. So you can hit Elko, there's like Harlan, Wendover. So we stopped at a McDonald's on our way, and we got the dogs. We got them each a double cheeseburger without anything on it, like just the cheese, but none of the like onions and all that stuff. And I fed it to them, and they love that. I'll usually get them a hamburger like on their birthday. It's kind of their big treat. Okay, H. H is going to be the regular pink. Go ahead and put in regular pink. When I say regular pink, it's the one that just says pink. Because there's pink lemonade, there's pink rose. We're going to do the placement line. Placement line, placement line. We're going to do the placement line. Is it? What time is it? Oh my God, it's 12:17. We're going to start one more block. I'll try and finish one more block. So we'll do these two. That's all I'm going to have time for. Oh my goodness. I just took that thread out for no reason. I think the other fabric I had before was supposed to go here. I think I grabbed the wrong one, but whatever. It's fine. Now I have to rethread too. But I am going to go to the store after because I want to get out some more packages. I know you guys are patiently waiting. Angela, did you decide you want both greens and silver? I can't remember what you said. Here's our tack down, and then we're going to do our trim. I know I couldn't help myself. I had to squeeze it all the way in the corner. I hate waste. Like, what am I going to do with this? Okay. I'm going to put that on my list. I think you're going to have shipping. You'll have excess shipping, so I'll just use that. So if you don't get invoiced for it, don't worry. It'll just be... Take it out of that. I'm going to do, are the sack ladies here? Doing your box today too. So this one I'm pretty sure is that like Kimberbell stitch. So you do want to get it nice and close. Otherwise the threads all kind of stick out and show. Yeah, it is. We'll see how well I did. Okay, go ahead and hit start. It's going to do that Kimberbell stitch, and then we're going to go ahead and you're going to need the light pink, the pink rose. $3.17. Do you want, like when you say a small pair of sharp pointed scissors, like something beefier than the snips? Because there's the precision tip Femori scissors. Wait, let me show you mine. And let me write in my book what I'm getting for this. What do I have over here? All right, I'm going to put in pink rose, and then we'll look at some scissors. I mean, quite honestly, when I want something just, I'm apt to, I really like my, my Femori, not my Femori, but my Perfect scissors. The turquoise handled ones are my favorite. And then I also like, let me make sure I'm doing the right thing. So we're going to be doing the center of this. Yep. Let me grab mine. Let's talk about scissors. Scissors. So, what's in here? Okay, these are my favorite combination seam ripper. This is my favorite seam ripper, and I love it because it's attached to the tweezers, and I find sometimes you can just grab the thread with the tweezers, like when it has that big old knot, and then they're together. So this is like my favorite. After that, okay, what's next? We'll talk about some stuff in here. That was the center flower. Now we're going to stitch the lollipop fell. Just hit start again. We're using that same light pink. Wait, did I put them away? Okay. Whoop! What's in there? I love these. These are my spatulas. I love it because it comes in a 4 set too. So, because I always lose stuff. We had these for the longest time at the store and I never used them. If you are a quilter and you need to like grab that, these are awesome. So I don't use them all the time, but sometimes you have to sweep that thread to bring up your like bobbin thread. These are the Corey, are they called the snip and something? But they're made by Corey and they're awesome. If you are, like I said, for me, really, it's all about that the quilting and pulling up that bobbin thread. Oh, I love this. I don't even know where I got this. Who makes it? This is just like, you know, just your X-Acto. I don't even know where I got it. You gotta have this because you feel gorgeous using it. It's just the Martelli cleaning brush. I don't even know. You know what makes me angry? I ordered these and they sent me black ones. The Kai seam ripper, this one's like the Kai seam ripper. I can't find mine. But when I'm removing serged stitches, this is my go-to. So I actually used this morning because I had something get stuck. Sometimes you just need like your Kai seam ripper. So that's great. I love both of these. These are both like corner turners. And this is the OESD one, and I always use the big end. The little end will go right through that corner. I always use the big end. And then I love this one. This is the clover one. And I like this one to push out corners, but I also love these edges because I'll burnish. Like if you're doing a zipper pouch or something and you want to push out the edges, I'll take this and I'll drag it along that edge to kind of make it a little more crisp. So I don't think I could just have one of these, but these are my two favorites. Oh, you got to have a chenille brush if you do Kimberbell, because this is what you rough it up with. So it's like a hard bristled brush. I'm not even paying attention to my stitching. All right, for cutting jump threads, you need a pair of tweezers. So in here I have my, these are like the Femore precision tweezers, which are my favorite. Except for serging, I like the serger tweezers. So I love these tweezers, and these are the tulip pinks. So they're just prettier. Femore makes these, so they're a little bit cheaper, but I was like, ooh, I'm going to splurge. I feel gorgeous when I use these. And then I use them in conjunction with both of these, whichever ones I can find. Sometimes I use these, sometimes I use these, and sometimes I also have these. These are the OESD ones. Are they? Yeah, OESD. So, because sometimes I can't find these and I can't find these. And so whichever one I can find is the one that I'll use. But this is for cutting your jump threads. You need that little hook so you can scoop it under the thread and cut. Then flip them in reverse. And then sometimes I'll just use these, which are like little feet, and you can cut your jump threads. Okay, what else is over here? What are we on next? Now we're going to put the regular pink on, and we're going to do the placement for the pink lollipop. Now that I've used something else, I go, oh, maybe I should do something more shimmery and glimmery. What are we putting in? Regular. No, we're putting in pink lemonade. I is pink lemonade. Am I answering any questions? I haven't even gotten to the sharp tipped scissors. That was the whole point, right? Of why I was showing you my scissors. The long nose. Look at Corey's. Corey. I think Corey is the guy who designed it. He's like great. I think he's a quilter. Yeah, Kimberbell has the snips and the double curved. And what I've learned is, oh wait. So now we're doing pink. And we need that lighter pink fabric. Ooh, I keep thinking I should use something more gorgeous than that. What do I have over here? I like glitter vinyl. I'm looking for my pink glitter vinyl. I'm going to use this instead. So, because I used that other stuff. Oh my God, is this going to have the red though? Oh, forget it. Let's use the fabric. I don't want to overwhelm this. And we are using the lighter of the pinks. I was going to use pink glitter vinyl too, but since I'm using red glitter vinyl, I'm just going to put that down. Okay, tack down stitch. And then trim. And then satin stitch. So I'm a lefty that has trained myself. I'm really a lefty when it comes to cutting. I'm a righty for everything. If anyone were to ask me, are you a lefty or a righty? I would say I'm a righty. But when I cut, I'm a lefty. It's the only thing that I do with my left hand, really. I think that's why I'm good at cutting with my right hand, because I'm right hand dominant. Sometimes I forget. I'm like, what am I? When I was in kindergarten, they called my mom because they were concerned because I was cutting with my left hand. And she's like, who cares? I don't think they care. Well, I don't know. Maybe they did care in Korea too. If you know how some people, they really push to make lefties righties. Anyhow, I have found I am great cutting with these with my left or right hand. These are the Kimberbell snips. If I use my left hand, I love these. These are the Kimberbell double curve. They're super nice. They're beefy. I cannot cut with these with my left hand. It doesn't work. But if I switch to my right hand, it works. These are really, the curved scissors are really made for the right-handed cutter. I haven't tried the left-handed ones because I'm wary of left-handed scissors because I have trouble cutting with them because I am a left-handed scissor cutter that has trained my left hand to cut with right-handed scissors, so I hold them a little bit differently. Because the Femore left-handed double curved, I can use them perfectly with my left hand. These, I can only cut with my right hand with these. Not sure if that makes sense to you. Maybe it doesn't if you are a righty. Your scissors are made for you to cut with the right-handed ones. Anyhow, okay, what are we doing now? Oh, sorry, put that color back in your pink lemonade. It's going to stitch a line across that. Do you want a more tour of my scissors? I have a lot, and I use them all. It's like tools in a toolbox. You want to use the right scissor for the right job. And then after you do this, you're going to put the lagoon in. And we're going to do the little... So right now it's stitching this. And then we're going to stitch out the lagoon. And then we'll put eggnog in. And that'll do the center placement. And then we're going to put that center fabric down. Placement, tack down, and trim. And then eggnog to go around it. Just to give you a little idea of what's going on next. Okay, I'm going to put lagoon in. Lagoon. We had those Corey scissors I bought. I watched a video and I was like, those are awesome. And I bought them and they just sat there for like a year or two. And then I can't remember what class I was doing, but I was like, oh, I think it was the auto split quilt sashing. I was like, I'm going to use those scissors. I was like, oh my God, these are awesome. But you know, they're awesome for the right job. That's what I find. Because we were bringing up the bobbin thread. Am I doing this right? Yes. Okay, this is just a minute of stitching. Let's do some more scissors. So this is what I use to cut my jump threads. Do I have jump threads to trim to show you? No? Okay. Anyways, I have the OASD, I have the Tulip Pink, and these are side hoppers, and you want to use them in conjunction with a really good pair of tweezers. Love these with my right hand only. And they do make lefty ones. But I find sometimes I can't cut with the lefty ones, even though I'm a lefty. These I just got, I don't know. I thought they were pretty. I don't use them very often, but... Okay, this is your reverse tweezers. And someday when I do rhinestones, I don't do rhinestones, but Michelle does. And she says you need reverse tweezers, so I got them. I really haven't used them because I don't do rhinestones. And I use my other tweezers. My Havels, which I love still. These are the ones I just found, but they're not popping open. Oh, maybe they are. We'll try them again. My curved straight could not live without these. I use these every time it says trim as desired. Here we go. What's next? Put in your eggnog. Eggnog. I think eggnog is gross. Do you guys like eggnog? I don't know. It's not my drink. Maybe I just like, well, I'm not a big like milk person. It's kind of like sweet milk to me. Sweet, eggy milk. That sounds gross to me. Okay, here we go. Do we really need this placement line? I don't think so. You know where it's going to go. So if I was just stitching out myself, I would skip this step. Because you know it's going to go right in the center. Here's my tack down. I love this fabric. It's so sweet. You could use this and do 2. I mean, this would be big enough for you to use it for 2, maybe even 4. Look how tiny that is. Oh, I feel wasteful. Okay, trim. Did you say it makes good hot chocolate? Oh, so do you take eggnog and then you add chocolate to it? We bought some alcoholic eggnog for our Christmas party last year, and then nobody drank it. Okay, go ahead and hit start. It's going to do the satin stitch around it, and then we're going to do the lollipop placement. Maybe I would like that, like a hot toddy. What else is over here? Let's look. This you have to have. This is like in my top accessories. This screwdriver that you can get your whole hand on instead of like using your fingertips or having to find it. You just put it on and it'll work. So this is the advanced screwdriver. We did all of these. Oh, I love these. These are the Roxanne pencils, marking pencils. Love those. Highlighters. You need hemostats, right? This is for, you know, sometimes you need these to grab stuff. Oh, you know what I got? That, and of course you need the tulip pink ones because they're just prettier. So too. Okay. If you need scissors with a nice strong point, these are great. So these are the Femore. This is why I did all of this. The Femore precision tip scissors. And these are really nice. But sometimes I'll just use my perfect scissors. I love these. I have 2 different kinds. These are Gingers, and then I also have the Kai ones. And this is just a nice pair of smaller scissors. So I'll kind of use these interchangeably whenever I can find them. And I find the tips are really strong on both of these. And then, of course, you have this one, too. So I would use any of these if I was looking for a pair of scissors with a strong tip. All right. Red, and I'm going to use my glitter vinyl again because I did not bring home my embellishment kit. So I want you to put in cardinal. Ella's cardinal. Favorite milk was right from the cow. Wow! I've never had milk straight from the cow. That's kind of cool, Miss Betty. I remember like being in grade school and you know, they'd bring the milk crate with all the little milks in it. All right, where's my red vinyl? I'm going to give it a little shot of spray. Hopefully I have another piece. Ooh, I don't. Hang on. I was yipping and yapping and not paying attention. I need to find another piece of glitter vinyl. Hang on. I'll be right there. Oh, here we go. I keep everything. These are my leftovers. So let me give this a little shot of spray. Where should I spray it? We'll go right over here. Put it down right like that. I need it where you have to go to a point and it will cut. Honestly, Miss Betty, I feel like I love these and I use them. I feel like these two are stronger. My gingers or my, and I mean, I love these two and I use these quite a bit, but I feel like these two are going to be a little bit stronger. All right, let's go ahead and trim. This one, trim as desired. I'm going to get my straight curved. And I mean, even if it's really thick, I'll use even a bigger pair of scissors. But if it's thin, then I might use those precision tip, but if I need a little bit more strength, I'll bump it up to either those gingers or my Kais or the perfect scissors. Which one do you want, Miss Betty? I don't know if I ever would have bought the, so the Kai, I think I have the Kais at the store. I don't think I ever would have bought them, but I won them in an auction. Like I won a sewing basket. Can you believe it? Nobody bid on it. It was just me. And I felt like the luckiest girl in the world when I won it. And there were 2 pairs of those gingers. The Kais are just like them. I have those as well. And I just use them all interchangeably. Okay. Let me make a note. I wonder if we packed your stuff up. Let me see. And I'll see if I can, we call it a reverse C-section. Okay, there we go. All right, leave that cardinal in. I'm going to put you on my list. My list. You're on the list. Okay. Okay, guys, we're still stitching. It is almost 1 o'clock. Well, it's 12:41. I'm probably going to just do these 2. And then this week at some point, I'll film, I'll see if I can film some more. But we have so much to do at the store. I think I'm just going to do these 2. I hate to leave you hanging with just 2 of them. But at the latest, I will get together with you next Monday and we're going to work on more. But like I said, with the holidays coming, I want to get all your packages out. And I don't want you to worry about it as well. Even though the store's going to be closed for the week in between Christmas and New Year's, we're still going to go into the store and ship stuff out. We're just not going to be in there working. Hi, Miss Joyce. Okay, get your celery. Celery's next. When I saw the thread set for this, I was like, oh, it is so sweet. The colors were just so great. Can you click on the spreadsheet on the other prep video you did? You should be able to click on that. Did it not open? Oh, you can't click on it is what you're saying. Okay, after this, I have no idea why. Let me check on it. It's going to be the same spreadsheet as what we had before, but let me check and figure out why it's not letting you click on it. All right. I do have to write, like, whenever the spreadsheets are created, they're created restricted, and then I have to give everyone access to it. So I will check that as soon as we're done. Celery, celery, celery. Are you guys sad we only got through 2? Great holiday to you too, Miss Rebecca. Your stuff should go out today or tomorrow. And then the center of the flower is going to be pink. And maybe I'll see you next Monday. I will be here next Monday too. Just know I'm going to be here. I realized last night I was like, oh, I never sent out an invitation. I never sent anything out, but I will be here next Monday stitching as well. Dwani, I don't think you have any problem staying motivated. I saw your Christmas trees. I saw your homestead, the prairie homestead stuff. You are, I thought about you last night. I got your box ready last night, and I was thinking about how much you get done and how impressive it is. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta try and keep up with Dwani. It's hard. You get a lot done. And I know I don't think you're a UFO person. You look like you're a get it all done kind of girl. I grab that thread. I don't like having a loop. Okay, center of the flower, just pink. And then we're going to put in the rose pink, and we're going to do the detail around the little peppermint lollipops. So get your lighter pink. Where's mine? Okay. Da, 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 da. I was looking at your box, Tawny, and I was like, that girl's gonna get it all done. I am... Here we go. I mean, that stitch makes it. Like, it just makes everything pop. It defines it. I love that. I love this little lollipop. It looks like a little planet. Who gets 4 queen quilts done? Queen quilts done in a week. Impressive. Okay, so remember I was telling you about these? So make sure when you finish your blocks, and I usually do it all at the very end, you need the tweezers so you can like hold the threads nice and taut. And then the little hook lets you scoop underneath stuff if you need to. And make sure that, but that'll just make everything look so much better when you go through and you get rid of all of those like jump threads. And sometimes mine get like crusty. I can't grab my threads as well. That little hook is so important, especially if they're like connected, if the thread's still sewn in, you can just slip that little hook underneath. Or the side hoppers. I love the side hoppers too. I always tell people I go back and forth. I go, oh no, I love these the most. And then I'll use my side hoppers and I'll be like, no, I love my side hoppers the most. Because the side hoppers have little feet you can slide under there, okay? But just trimming those threads makes a big difference with tweezers and like your little tools. Okay, it's $12.49. I hate leaving you, but I am going to go to the store and get some more stuff taken care of. We got through 2 blocks, right? They took a lot longer than I thought they were going to take. So this week, I will stitch something. I know some people just busted this out in like one weekend. But we've just got so much going on at the store right now. Next block I'm going to do is I'm just going to work in order from left to right now that we've done these. And I'm going to hoop in my 7x12 and just hoop straight down. So thank you so much for joining me. If I don't get something done today, then this is what I'll start with next Monday. And we'll just keep stitching together until we get this done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say I do 2 of them next Monday and 3 of them the next Monday after, and then the borders. But you know, I think I'll get more. I think this week, if I could just rein in the orders and get most everything out, then we'll be good to go, and I'll be able to stitch during the week too. Don't forget to share oh, thank you. I'm going to do that right now. So this spreadsheet, are you saying that the spreadsheet that was posted on the website, because Graydon has to do that. But if you're on the email list that got the invitation, I'm going to work on that right now. Shoot. Let me figure that out. Okay. I will figure that out because I think Graydon put that on and I don't know how to do that. So, who is that? If you didn't get the spreadsheet and you need it, email me and I'll send it to you because I'm not going to see Graydon until tomorrow, but I'll send her a note. Thanks, guys. But who else was it that needed it? Was it Betty? Because Betty, I have your... Okay, I'll get that to you for sure. And then Marina, I don't know if I have your email. Email me. I'll see you later. Bye, guys.